Welcome to the fourth episode of the Out on Loan podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jef and Aritra, joined by this poor United fan who, you know, yeah, people are going to be asking, why are you wearing the shades? And the reason I'm wearing the shades, it's because I am a genius. I called it last week or earlier this week when I was on episode 2 with, Kobe Gaines and you as well. I said United season are over. And since then, we have United. You want to read me the scoreline real quick? What happened that game? We were on the road, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch the game because I was confident that the mighty Reds would come in and smoke whatever. I don't even know. I don't even remember the team's name. I just know they're like a fourth division team. So, do you mind telling me, what happened?
Well, United, they drew 2-2, and then I guess it went straight to penalties where we somehow lost 12-11. Both sides made a save, one singular save. I also saw the penalty shootout yesterday from the highlights, and we actually had the chance to win it on the fifth kick, but unfortunately, our new signing, Matheus Cunha, missed it or got it saved. Um, and yeah, that went on for another 6-7 rounds where, in the whole penalty shootout, apparently Onana, the ones where he did guess right, he also got a hand on the ball, but for whatever reason, the ball just went through his hands 5 times. 5 times. Like, how does that? I understand, getting like a nick of it, like in the, edge of your fingers once, twice happens. But my boy, it literally happened, or you could literally hear it from the sound and see it too, where it seems like as if he's full on palming the ball. That should be a save, but it just somehow goes in. It just somehow goes in, and I have no words. Honestly, man, it's great that you and we were both on the road and I didn't get the opportunity to watch it because I think I genuinely would have been depressed if I did watch it and probably more confused. Um yeah, so I really appreciate you, saving me from not a hate watch but a depressing watch.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I just want to preference this, and I'll take off the shades for this because I'm done messing around. Like, I'm not an anti-United. I'm just happy because I called it. I said their season's done. That's
Yeah.
two. That's two tournaments that United are not winning. So goodbye to the Premier League. Ready said that after their second game, they're done. And then they lost again in the Carabao Cup. And do you think they'll get into the FA Cup? I don't think so. I think this is a year Arsenal are destined to get it, or Man City. Who knows? Even the mighty Spurs might get it. Um, it's just I called it. I said it. They're done. There's just culture's wrong. Amarin got him wrong. Ever since our third episode we were talking about, or second to third, we said there's a problem with the manager. He got it wrong again. Kobe Mainu might not is in competition with Bruno, which for me is just the reason why I said Bruno just needs to leave this team. You need to move on from players from the past, let the future get in. And I just cannot believe a player of Kobe Manu's status is just not getting. He's in competition for a 31-year-old midfielder that's on high wages that hasn't really contribute. Like, I'm not saying contribute, but like to the standards of United. I mean, hasn't
I
really
mean, again, if we're talking
impacted.
about previous seasons, man, you're dead wrong. If we're talking about this
But
season, that's a different conversation.
well, based on the evidence from last seasons and the fact that Kobe Mino cannot even play a game, and you guys need to renovate this team, it's just frustrating that you just
Yeah.
it's happening. And what's more sad, um, I remember you were saying it, like even Amarin just sounded defeated. That is just sad, man. It's again and again and again and again and again. What
Hmm.
happens? New manager comes in. Everyone's excited. Whoopie doo. We had Ole come in. They won like 5 games in a row. They
Hmm.
thought they were going to win or get to the UCL final. Then he got sacked. Then before him was Mourinho. Oh, we're going to win. Winning mentality. Came in. got him to the final. Probably the best one that they had in like since Sir Alex. He was the best. Brought in good players. Just at the end of the day, the culture just. And then who was after Ole? I don't even remember. Who was after him? Ten Hag.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. We thought he was gonna change the team. Great start, won the FA Cup, then fell down.
Well,
And now we're back to it again.
First season was Carabao. Second season was FA Cup. That was the season like where we finished 8th.
And then what happened right after?
Had the whole back line just like demolished and everything. And then
poor again. Fell off again. And I'm not saying it's just all the managers. It's just part of it's the managers that they get, the pressure that these managers have to endure, and then the culture is just awful. And I'll give credit to Cole because he was texting me right after. Like, it's just a culture thing. I mean, how do you go into a game against a lower division team and just not have them like? Do you understand the pressure that you guys like? Again, I'm gonna bring this back to any big team, a Barca, Madrid, a Liverpool, even maybe not Liverpool because I for some reason they sometimes lose, but not forget Liverpool, but any big team like that, you lose to a 4th division team, you are getting crucified for the standards. Because I'm sorry, I know football is unpredictable, but the fact that you're a high division team, there's realism when we're talking about the sport right now. There's realism. Let's be realistic now. A team of that quality of players should not be losing to any players of 4th division tier. That is just absolutely embarrassing. And what it shows to me is just the lack of effort, the lack of care, the lack of energy, and a horrible, horrible, horrible environment that needs to just be wiped out clearly. Wiped out. And we're back to it again. It's been 4 years I've been saying this. And I'm getting to the point where it's like, when is it going to end? As I'm rooting for United. I'm rooting for that. I know I just put on the shades. I took it off immediately because I want them to do well, but and because I'm right. But come on. We'll see what they do against Burnley. We'll see what they do. I don't know what to expect anymore. Maybe they get it up. Maybe they do.
Yeah, and I mean, previous games like I've like made a prediction. This one, technically I also did make a prediction on Burnley game too, but I revoked that statement, and I'm just not gonna make a prediction for this game. I just want United. I just want United to play, because it just seems like whenever I make a prediction or whatever, it just kind of goes wrong, at least on the United side. So I'm just gonna let them play their game, play their football. We're gonna see what happens. Also, there is news.
Look at what United has done to my boy.
There is news that apparently Amorim has the full backing of especially Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and
I've heard that a bunch of times.
The same thing happened last time too, with Ten Hag, and then unfortunately that didn't work out. But we'll see how what's happening this time. It's just that despite all this storm, this disaster, we got no choice but to back him, because say if we were to
You're honestly right. You're honestly
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying, like, say if we were
there's
to
no
sack
point.
him, who are we replacing with? And then you already saw last season how it just sucked, like getting transitioning players. And yeah, you're right. Like, because of the excuse me, the formation that Amorim plays, there's a very big like imbalance of like certain positions, with the fact that there being so many 10s and not enough 6s. There being like one proper striker. There being no wingers except for Ahmad and I guess Mbumo. So like no left wingers.
Right.
How's the next manager say if they want to play a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1? Very common formations. How are they gonna, like go and like sort of situate themselves? They just can't. So we really have no choice but to back Amorim. And yes, it was frustrating. Yes, the interview, he sounded defeated, but I still believe in him to just somehow turn it around.
I still want to as well. It's just, like I said, this year it's done. I don't trust him this year because it's done.
And also, like, the other thing I was going to say is, like, again, dude, like, there was
unless they go into point. Like,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, like, there was, like, no, at least to my knowledge, there was no goal of, like, I was trying to win the Premier League, like, no matter what. I know that's Amorim's long-term goal, and he said it multiple times, but, like, it wasn't going to happen this season. the goal was really to somehow, finish into Champions League football standings. If not, then at least some type of European football, whether it's Europa, whether it's conference, and if possible, win one of FA Cup or Carabao. Obviously, Carabao's gone, so maybe FA Cup, and that's like in January. That's when the game starts, and that's we still have a lot of time for that. So like we'll just have to
Yeah.
wait and see
Yeah.
what the rest of the season goes like. And another thing that I'd also want to add, despite like what happened yesterday, I just feel like United's been insanely unlucky when it comes to especially scoring, because like I mean, I had some stats ready to show.
Let's
Yeah,
look at that
like
real
I
quick.
mean, dude, look at that. Same thing, 70%. I know it's expected against Grimsby, but that was sort of similar against Arsenal
Right.
too. I know with Fulham it was like kind of 50-50. Again, look at that. 3.15 expected goals. Like
Then that just shows you're not clinical enough. You haven't been practicing
exactly.
enough, and
Yeah.
again, clinicalness. There's a difference between good teams and great teams.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it's like, what's your defense looking like? What's your communication like? What's the chemistry like? What is the vibe? But then the other part is, how clinical are you? And by clinical, I mean, how decisive are you in those small margins of moments in the game? Whether that be a pass, whether that be a dribble move, whether that be an attack, whether that be a shot, a cross, or just one moment of error. That's being clinical. And clearly, what's that showing me is that United have not been clinical that game,
We
and
haven't we
that's what
haven't been
Madrid.
clinical,
That's what
right?
Madrid weren't last year. That's what
Mhm.
Bayern wasn't a few years ago in like 2021, and I think again in like 23. That's
Right.
what Madrid wasn't. I think I said Madrid already, but yeah, last year Madrid they weren't clinical, and that's a problem. And then when you
Yeah.
have a poor defense, and then the midfield's bad, and they're not doing what they have to do,
Yeah.
then
Right.
it's a problem.
Like you said, we haven't been clinical. That's I mean, and that was the issue last year too. We just haven't been, although like at the same time, we just haven't been creating chances as much. We've been creating chances. There has been great progression of play. The problem is like, yeah, not taking those chances to score, and in turn, when you don't seize those opportunities, it comes to bite you back. And that's what's been happening. At the same time, the midfield just being completely imbalanced. Whenever we lose the ball, it's like a quick counterattack, and we're like immediately in a threat.
It's poor
The,
structure, and then that comes from coaching and just the team again, communication.
mhm.
I think part of it's
and
also
then and
just
then like
how will the
the
team communicate.
defense, I think the defense has been solid whenever it's like a back three of, I know like Luke Shaw won't be there. It'll be Lisandro Martinez will be starting eventually once he's healthy and ready to go. And with
Right.
Delict and Lenny Yoro on the other side, I think like they've been pretty good, especially Lenny, man. He's
Yeah.
been amazing to watch. And I just hope like we get our stuff together, because he's one of those players, man. Like if United continue to struggle and not competing, he's gonna leave in like 2-3 years. And we just
Yeah,
can't let
he
him do
is.
that because he's a gem.
Right.
So like
Yeah.
we gotta do whatever it takes to keep him, keep
Yeah.
our young players. Oh, and one more thing that I wanted to add before we hopped on this podcast, I actually checked on Fabrizio, and Kobe Mainu. He's asking for a loan deal for this season. He believes
No
that
way.
he's
He
not
did
gonna
not.
get it. He's asking for a
There's no
loan deal.
way.
He's asking for a
You're
loan
lying.
deal. Well, he's not saying like he wants to fully leave Man United, like potentially, do a year-long loan deal and then come back next year. But
That is insane. That is
yeah,
insane.
man. So there's that
United,
dilemma. So I
they're
guess
gonna
yeah,
let him go.
we have a decision to make in the next 4 or 5 days that's remaining of the transfer window. Um, who do we want to play more than the other? Was it Bruno? Is it Cunha? Is it Mbumo? Do we have
They
Cunha
better figure
starting
it
at
out.
9? Do we have Bruno at 10? Do we have Kobe at 6? At 8? Yeah, there's a lot yet to be
There's a lot.
figured out
There is a lot.
and needs to be
But
figured out quickly.
right. Well, you know who is leaving? You got rid of Garnacho at least.
We did get rid of Garnacho today.
Broken early in
40
the
million
morning.
pound. I just wish it was another extra 10, 15 million. Because I feel like we just let him
He
go for
needed to
too
go.
cheap.
It sucks too.
He needed to go, unfortunately, but and dude, it sucked because like I really like this dude, especially when he burst onto that scene in Eric Ten Hag's first season. Like, bro was just dynamic. He was energetic, but unfortunately, there was a lot of things that was wrong, and I don't want to like go over it right now, But
yeah. It's just no point. Yeah, there's no point.
I wish him luck.
Because-
I know we also got a 10% sell on him. I wish that percentage was higher. And another one that will probably be leaving in the next couple of days is Rasmus Højlund. Napoli is getting closer and closer with the loan deal and then a 45 million euro obligation to buy. So yeah.
So
Lots
what
of
I'm gonna
things happening.
say, yeah. I send my prayers to all United fans if Garnacho just turns into like what he was destined to be, which is like the next Ronaldo, and then Rasmus Højlund just becomes like the Danish Holland in Serie A. Like I would actually feel sorry for you guys. So, this is my prediction. I think both of them will pop. I actually not Garnacho. I don't think Garnacho will do it, but I think
Garnacho depends if he gets game time. Højlund, I think Højlund, especially with like KDB as like your midfielder, and then like obviously you have Scott McTominay too. I think he'll be fine. I just even if they do both were to pop off, I think as long as United are also playing well, where it's like it doesn't seem like we miss them. I don't think. I mean, obviously you'll have people like just like making fun of them or whatever, but at the end of the day, like nobody's really gonna care. So that's all that really matters.
That is true. Yep, agreed. Well, I'm also gonna brag on too, just to add on before we go into our main topic, which is the UCL group stage. We talked about youngsters early in the week. We talked about the impact of Lamine and all these other kids. And funny enough, that same day, we recorded that episode. A 16-year-old for Liverpool scored the game winner against Newcastle. Rio, man.
Tell me about it.
Called it again, man. Another prediction that I got right. Look at these youngsters. Got the opportunity, capitalized, great finish, great goal, and probably the next big thing that Liverpool might produce because there's been a lot of hype around his name as well. So we'll get to see what he does, and it's going to be big because Liverpool, they're obviously going to be in the UCL group stage, so they got some tough games coming up, and we called it. So, and we also were talking about like what stuff is going to happen from that period between that day we recorded on Monday to today, and obviously we got Taylor Swift being engaged. We had the predictions with Manchester United, but the biggest thing of the week is supposed to be today, because obviously the group stages came up.
All right, so I know this is the only one that we have. There's
there's a lot.
26, 28 other teams that are going to be participating, but I
think these are like the big ones.
Yeah, for sure. I look at PSG, man. I think they got the group of death, man. Like, look who they're playing.
They did, dude.
Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and then like on top of that, for quote unquote the
even Chelsea. Game. Look at Chelsea's.
Yeah,
look at Chelsea's first 6. That is Chelsea got one of the. I think number 1 is PSG, obviously, because you're going to Bayern. You're playing Bayern.
Yeah,
but I still favor PSG for that game because Bayern. I haven't seen much. Maybe Isaac Hausen. Isaac, we hope to get you on soon, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to get him on. He's gonna. You think I pick on you a lot in Man United? Oh man, you don't know what you're gonna expect from him, man. With me, so we need to bring him on just so I can be tamed,
Yeah.
But no, like Bayern, I think PSG got that. I will get to that PSG and Barca game because I am hyped for that. And then they have to go to Barca. Then they have to play Atalanta, which is a tough game. Leverkusen, they smoke them, but then you have to go to Tottenham, a rematch of the final, the Super Cup final.
Right.
Then you have to go to Sporting, which is still a tough game to go to. Then you got Newcastle, which presents to them a little bit of troubles, I think, a few years ago. And then you have to play Athletic Club, which is not away at the San Mamés.
Yeah.
That's a
like even their quote unquote 2 or 3 easy games are like
it's
Athletic
hard.
Club,
They're
Sporting,
all Champions League quality teams.
Atalanta, Tottenham.
PSG fans, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, actually, no, I'm not sorry for you guys.
Actually, like I think they'll still finish. I think they'll still finish top 16, but
yeah, they're not getting to the top 8.
Top 8 will be tough for sure. Yeah. Like just beating all those teams, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Talk about Real Madrid, huh? Let's talk about Real Madrid first.
Madrid. Yeah, there was some cool thing. I gotta pull up the stats because there's some interesting storylines.
On some real, man. In the last 5-6 years, how many times have you guys played Man City, either group stage or in the eliminations?
Okay, let's go back. 2016, that was the UCL semifinal where we won the dub. That was the start of the 3-peat. We won I think 2-1 on aggregate because it was a Gareth Bale late goal in the second leg at the Bernabeu.
So that's 2 games right there.
That's 2 games there.
Right.
and then or one fixture. Let's say one fixture. Let's do like the one matchup per
Okay.
year. So then we play them again in 2020, 2021. We
Mhm.
lost to them, obviously. This was
Right.
during the pandemic. Like we played the first leg before the pandemic, and then second leg was replayed. Right after or like during the whole thing. Then we played them in
The very
2021,
next year.
2022.
Right.
Yeah, the comeback,
That's
the
that
legendary comeback,
Rodrigo.
which man, I know
Oh.
college is starting out soon. Shout out to St. Bonaventure Lounge. It was Robinson Hall floor 3. Best watch I've ever had for that comeback because I was in my room going
Mhm.
crazy. I probably scared like the whole third floor when Rodrigo scored the second and then we got the penalty. Dude, I'm never forget that. Never will ever forget about that. And it was my first year of college, and then I
Yeah.
knew I was going to Spain right after. So right after school ended, I went to Madrid to watch one league game and then watch with the whole fan base the Champions League final. So dude, but just watching in college was just a blast. And then but going back to this, so that's 3 matchups already. So now we're 2-1, and then they beat us. They smoked us in 23, so that was 2-2. And then
Mhm.
we played again in 24. We beat them in penalties. It was a close one.
That was
Then we
really
play them
close.
again this year in 2025, and we smoked them again with an Mbappe hat trick in the second leg and a
Right.
comeback in the first. And then we're gonna play them again in the group stage. And I'm just like, are we surprised? Are we surprised? We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing, UEFA. We know what you're doing. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. But it's okay.
And then if
Because you know
City
what? We're
was
going to see
enough.
Holland.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, and then, yeah, we're going to play against the Premier League champions. I mean, you want me to recap how many times we play Liverpool? Like, I think we played them in the
Off
70s
the
for a
top of
UCL
my
final.
head.
We lost to
Right.
them. Then we played them
And
in like 2007
2018.
for like a
Right.
quarterfinal matchup where we lost to them again. And then I think we played them in the group stage in 2014. We beat them comfortably in both games, and the group stage back to the original where it was a 14 group stage matchup. And then obviously we played them in 2018 in the final. Sorry Salah for Ramos thing.
And
Then we played
Karius.
them again in the Carriers thing. Then we played them again in I think what was it 22 in the final. No, we played them in the quarterfinals, but during the pandemic in 21, the final in 22, another round of 16 in 23, and then obviously we played them last year in the group stages as well in this at Anfield. But I don't count that one because your main guy Vinny wasn't there, so I can't wait for this matchup because it will be at Anfield, and every
Trent,
time that we
man.
play Liverpool, so
Trent going
and
back.
Trent goes back. Trent, that's the storyline. Trent's going back,
Yeah.
but I think for me, I'm just more hyped to see Vinny. Season 4, I saw someone post it. Season 4 for Vinny because this will be the 4th matchup or 4th fixture that Vinny goes up against Liverpool. So I'm excited to see what he does. You heard all the chat last year about how he couldn't go to Liverpool, and I'm just hyped. I'm hyped for him to get his like little payback. Hopefully maybe that's the start of like his dominance again. Hopefully, because he loves to play against Liverpool. I know he owns Trent, but Trent will be on our team this time around. But he is going against Frimpong, so and I like that matchup for Vinny. I think Vinny can get a Frimpong. Then we play Juve. I think it's an easy matchup. Not easy, but like I think it's beatable. I think we can beat them. We played them in the Club World Cup final. I got to watch that game. They're tough, but I think we got it now that we have the full system. And I think Jude should be back around that time. So, I'm favoring us for that. Then we play Benfica. That's going to be a sleepy, tough one to go to. And then we go to Marseille. That's still a tough one, but it's at home. So I favor Marseille. They're an underrated team. Probably one of the sleepers in the sleeper picks in the French league in Ligue 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go away to Olympiacos. That's going to be a tough one. You know how the Greece fans are
The
there
Greek
tough
fans
and
are crazy, bro.
Yep.
Crazy.
And then we play Monaco. So Mbappe goes to play against the team that he made his name for himself in the UCL, Monaco at home. So we're playing them at the Bernabeu. And then the craziest one, you want to know about this one? This one's an insane team that we're playing. I love this. This is what I love about the UCL. We play against these small, like, minor teams in the European, like, in Europe, like, in those, like, small, like, 20,000 population countries, which I love learning about their cultures and stuff. So Madrid will face a 12-hour flight, because that's the last game in the group stage, to play Karat Almaty. I don't know how to pronounce the team, but Karat Almaty, It's near the Chinese border of a grueling 87-hour drive for those afraid of flying. a flight from Madrid to New York in context is a 7-hour flight. So this is a 12-hour flight that they're going to. That is insane.
But I believe for this one, I think it's the Kairat Almaty. I think they're the ones that are making the trip to
No,
Bernabeu.
because we're going there. No, we're
Oh, really?
because we play them away. Yeah, we're going there. We're flying because it's an away game.
Okay.
We play Man City at home, then we go to Liverpool, then we play at home to Juve, then we go to Benfica.
Oh,
then we play
okay.
home to
Yeah,
Marseille,
I see.
and then the last game will be that it's a 12-hour flight for our players.
Man, that game.
That's gonna suck. But hey,
Ooh.
for the team, I'm excited for the fans and the team itself. I don't know if you saw the reactions to it. It's pretty cool, man. I like seeing that. It's very wholesome because you're excited. You're like playing against the mighty Madrid. You're like near the Chinese border, and you're gonna go up against Real Madrid. Like you're gonna go up against Mbappe. You're gonna see Mbappe and Vinny. Like, come on, that's hype.
Yeah.
Man City, they have a pretty interesting one as well. They play against Dortmund, Madrid, obviously, then Leverkusen, Monaco away, Villarreal, and then their tough ones are going to be Villarreal, Napoli, and I think Galatasaray. Galatasaray are usually a team that you got to watch out for. Then Chelsea as well. Chelsea, they go up against Barca, then they go to Bayern, Benfica, Atalanta. They play against Ajax, then Napoli. So those first 6 games are going to be really tough for them, I think, because they could start off realistically with like 2 or 3 points. Because I don't know, Bayern can beat them, Barca could beat them, but don't forget they are the Club World Cup champions. So Chelsea, you will probably make it through either to the round of 6. Yeah, you'll probably get into like the first.
They'll just find a way. That's just Chelsea, man.
Yeah, they'll find a way.
They just find a way.
But the one team that I really want to talk about for this episode is Barca. I've been talking a lot about Barca, and I'm a Madrid fan, but
Lamine Yamal, the glaze of Lamine Yamal.
No, okay, relax now. Okay, I'm not going to mention it, but because I've had people are going to actually tell me like you're crazy for glazing an 18-year-old this much. I'm sorry, I love football, and I think he's just the best player in the world. I love watching him play. Mm-hmm. But for Barca, really for 3 teams: PSG, Barca, and Chelsea. They all 3. Yeah. So. Yeah, PSG don't play Chelsea, but they're all 3 of them are playing like one another pretty much. Besides Chelsea and PSG, like they're gonna be facing against each other. So this is the La Liga champions, the supposed should have been finalists for the UCL final and potential winners. So I cannot wait for that first game between PSG and Barca. I cannot wait for that. That is gonna be money because I don't know when that game is. I don't know if it's before or after the Ballon d'Or, but you know what the conversation is going to be, even before or right after. Like, who should have won the Ballon d'Or? Is it Dembele or Lamine Yamal?
My goodness,
is it Rafinha? Is it This the Pedri versus the Vitinha show. It's the Luis Enrique versus Hansi Flick. It's the Lamine versus Dembele. It's the Lewandowski versus, I don't know, the Kvaratskhelia, I guess. This is going to be money. Gonna grab your popcorn. Grab your sodas. Get your low-calorie sodas. So don't get your, don't get your Diet Cokes in there. Get your Diet Pepsis. Get your Diet Sprites. You don't want too much fat. But, like, I'm just hyped. I can't wait. Like, I can't wait to watch this. I can't wait. This is going to be entertainment. And then, obviously, Chelsea and PSG. I mean, Chelsea and Barca. That's going to be another interesting, that matchup.
2009.
Story.
2009.
It's a disgrace.
It's a disgrace.
So I can't wait. It's all 3. Like, who's going to be the best? That's pretty much it. This is what this group stage is going to determine. Who is going to be.
Don't underestimate that Newcastle game, man. That last game.
Away. Oh, I saw a meme. It was like Ronald. I love Ronald Araujo, but one of the biggest factors to him being so scrutinized by the Barca fan base is like his ball playing ability from the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw this meme was like watching Ronald Araujo starting to play from the back with the pressure at Newcastle. Just had me laughing. It was like a meme of like I think Vinny crying, and I'm just like, dude, that is so true. As Araujo has just been kind of like the player that's been messing up for Barca's UCL run, especially the last 2. The last 2 has really been at fault.
Get a red card and
yeah, man. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm hyped for these matches. I think it's still too early to give out like who's going to be in the first 8 and then the 16. It's just too complicated. I can't even do a prediction for that. It really is impossible. I don't even want to do a prediction for that. What's the point?
It's just going to hurt my head.
It is going to hurt my head because it's not easy anymore. I mean, that's one of the problems why I don't like the new system because it's like it's too many games, man. Like
Yeah.
there's like if you had a lot of good games, then sure, but we have so many where I'm like, like I don't want to
Honestly,
watch
though, I mean,
this.
even with this new structure, bro, like the fact that in a group stage, you get Real Madrid playing like City, Liverpool, Juve,
Juve and
PSG playing
Benfica,
like PSG playing like Barca, Bayern, Newcastle, Tottenham, Man City playing Napoli, Madrid.
right?
Honestly,
It's
like
crazy.
it gives a really good combination of like I think like every week that there's Champions League, there's like solid 4 or 5 games that you can watch
Oh
for
yeah, every week
entertainment
there's gonna be
as a
solid. So
neutral.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like
Do you
I
have
personally, huh?
Do you have a particular matchup that you're excited for? I know I said, is it also Barca and PSG potentially, or because
Yeah,
I
because
mine is
honestly,
Barca and PSG.
I didn't think about that, but like now that you say it, that's definitely up there. I think when I first saw the schedule out, probably the Real Madrid Liverpool game really piqued my interest just because of I want to see, how Anfield crowds. Obviously, they're going to be booing Madrid in general, but especially Trent, man. Like, how are they
Oh
going to
yeah,
go after him?
they're definitely gonna boo the crap out of him. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
they just are, which is unfair. It's unfair to
Yeah,
him, man.
and it's just
Um,
like the last years or so, I mean, taking away 2 UCLs from them, and there's just still being that
there's
hatred
just
and
that's the
vitriol.
rivalry. There's the
And
rivalry.
and then like say hypothetically, Madrid still ends up winning like in the dying minutes again.
Oh, that would be funny.
Like
I
just the trolling and the bro.
Please,
It's gonna be
Vinny,
insane, man.
Vinny, I'm on my knees. No, not really. I'm just sitting. Please, I need 2 goals from you. Please, we need 2 goals. We need those Liverpool tears. But you know what's probably gonna happen? Um, we're probably gonna see Rio score another goal. Salah get his revenge game, whatever. Etike, oh man, we got to talk about him, man.
Ekitike.
Jesus, Ekitike. I'm sorry. I'm not some. Here's my things. I'm trying to get better with this podcast, pronouncing names and teams. I will do better.
It's okay, man. You chilling.
That's why. That's
But
why I need a co-host to call me out on my poor form.
I mean,
You
I'm
know.
not perfect either. But yeah, Hugo, man, he's uh he's been off to a great start. That's
How many
that's
goals
really
does he have?
all I
Like
can say.
two goals.
Already
Two
has 2
goals.
goals. Looks silky smooth as a
He got
player.
an assist. He's got an
Can drive the
assist.
ball. Yeah, dude,
Height. Just like,
awesome.
why do Liverpool
Awesome
even
start,
need
man.
Isak?
That's honestly that's what I'm thinking too. Like
Why?
I don't know if
Why?
he can play left wing, but it's like, bro's like already he's doing so well for you guys. Like, just stick with what
Just
you
keep,
already have.
yeah, stick with what you got.
Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see. Some other news I'd like to talk about before we end off the show. Obviously, Rodrigo looks like he'll be staying. Thank you.
A por
Going
la
back to my point.
16,
Por la 16. I'm
a
happy
por
you
la
posted that.
16.
Por la 10. Oh, I like your Spanish.
Hell yeah,
I
brother.
love it. Good stuff. Who's been teaching you? This guy.
Duolingo, I guess, and you.
Screw Duolingo. It's me. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
It's all you. It's all.
Yeah,
All
so I'm
Jeffrey.
happy. I'm happy he's staying. Again, competition. I love it. Plus, with the amount of games going to be played, Jude being out, I'm very happy that he's going to be staying and competing for a spot. This game, it's good for me because I know as a Madrid fan, I know, all right, there's competition now. So, Vinny, step it up. Rodrigo, you want to start? You want to start? You better get your spot. Another person we were speaking about, Trent, too. We also saw the news that his spot is not guaranteed, especially after the game against Real Oviedo. I forgot to mention this right after, but Xabi in the press conference said that no one's spot is guaranteed. So, like I said, Trent, it's looking like Carvajal he's in there, man. So this is a Madrid legend. He's the captain. He's the better defender by far. I know you're the younger one. You're the better creative player, but I'm just letting you know, man. Starting spots need to be on the watch out for.
By the way, a quick
You need to
one.
be on
I
the
was
watch out.
just I forget if we talked about it on the podcast or not, but Camavinga, I know he just came back from injury, and
Oh yeah,
obviously we midfield depth. There's also like I think these are fake rumors too of him potentially signing.
I am
with
not
United.
listening to that. Stay away. Get your greedy hands away from my player. Get him
Hey
away.
man, I've seen
Stay
him play
away.
all. I've seen him play all 11 positions on the field.
He can stay
Even
away.
even if
Stay
he's
away,
not like
United.
played in an
Anybody who wants
actual game.
Kamavinga can stay away. This is his breakout year. This is my predict. This is his break.
Really?
This has to be Kamavinga's year. This has to
Mm.
be his year. This is the year Kamavinga. You need to get a starting spot now. You need to demand it. You've been in this club for now 4 years. 4 years now. The first 2 years, I gave you a pass because you had Valverde, you had Modric, you had Kroos, you had Casemiro. The second year, Casemiro left. Modric was declining, and Valverde was getting in there. Then the third year, I understand. Fourth year, injuries, left back, all that thing. I complain. This has to be the year. Stay healthy, get your diet right, and fight for your spot. When I mean that you have the moment to take your spot, you take it. Because this guy, when he's on it, forget Goulart. Forget whatever you want to bring me. Like, this is a player that should be in best in the world conversations. So if we have a team where like you can put Fede as like a right center mid, then him on the left, Tchouaméni in the middle, Jude, and then you have Vinny and Mbappe together. That is a deadly midfield and just attack in general as well. Or if you want to go crazy and just put him at left back, that's fine. But I just need you to just be a starter, please. You can really change the dynamic of our season, the way we are as favorites. Because right now, I think the favorites are probably like a PSG, a Barca, even a Chelsea. I mean, a Chelsea smoked the PSG. I mean, so they're in the top 3. But we're probably in the 4th or the 5th, maybe. And I forgot about City, too. And City are probably not done. I mean, they said they might win the Premier League. And then I'm not even mentioning Liverpool yet. And then you got Liverpool in there. So just if we have Kamavinga just be at his best, where he can track back, he can attack the ball, he can shoot, he can do what he does best, which is just progressing the ball forward and just being decisive and just being that playmaker that we need him to be, man, we're going to be the favorites. So I can't wait to see him play. I can't wait to see him play soon. Hopefully he makes it back for the Mallorca game, which I think we can kind of end off with our predictions for the weekend. United against Burnley.
No predictions.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, because Mr. United fan here is just not. He's been supposedly just ruining the team's.
I think I'm
winning.
cursing. Yeah, I think I'm cursing them. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna stay away.
All right, I'm just gonna look over. You want to look over the Premier League games, and then I'll look over any major La Liga games.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so for La Liga, I mean, there's not really that much because we're still early in the game. Barca versus Rayo, that's going to be an interesting one. If that's that's going to be an interesting Rayo Vallecano versus Barcelona. I'm just saying, watch out for that game. But Rayo always at their home ground in that Madrid stadium always presents trouble for Barca. I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you guys know that's a dangerous matchup for Barca, especially with EC playing there. Oof.
Oh, hang on a second. I want your prediction here, real quick.
Right, what you got? Throw it.
Sunday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, West Coast time. Liverpool versus Arsenal at Anfield.
Ooh, I guess we got to recap. We got to predict that then.
Right off the bat, I'm calling for another 2-2 draw. I'm not gonna lie.
You were close to. Oh, I forgot that you were close to that. 2-2
oh yeah, I was pretty
for that
close.
Liverpool
and
game
on the 100th minute,
you were
man.
close. You were
100th
close.
minute.
You were really close for that.
And
you were really close for that.
Yeah, I just wonder
if
I think Arsenal scores another set piece goal because, of course.
Oh, it's obvious. They always do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go crazy. No, I'm not going crazy. Why do I agree with you? I feel like it's gonna be a 2-2 as well.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah, okay, we're gonna agree 2-2. Like, who scores?
2-2.
I think Gyökeres gets a goal.
Okay.
And then I think for Arsenal, I think Gyökeres gets the first goal. I don't know from a set, but something he'll get a goal. And then I'm gonna say Rice gets a goal.
I was thinking Declan Rice as well. I don't know if Saka is playing because I know
that's the breaking news too. Saka's gonna be out. So Arsenal, whoever, they're in a little bit of a pickle as well.
Wait, yeah, who do they have for winger? I mean, Eze might play if he's ready. Do we think Eze's scoring in his debut?
No,
with Arsenal.
Nah, too early. No, probably the next game or in 3 games in.
Okay, I'm
gonna say 2-2. I think Arsenal gonna get a result at Anfield, even though they usually don't. They haven't won at Anfield in years, huh?
Yeah.
They haven't won in
For
years.
Liverpool, I'm gonna say Salah and Hugo.
Salah and Hugo.
Hugo Ekitike. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I know Liverpool going to be out with Frimpong as well.
Mhm.
So that's going to be interesting. But they got Connor Bradley. Who watch? They'll probably put. You know what they're going to do? Now that reminds me of the Madrid matchup. Watch. They're going to put like Connor Bradley against Vinny. Because they know Frimpong ain't got it against Vinny. They know he ain't got it. Frimpong
Yeah.
ain't the defender like that. So they're probably going to put Connor Bradley, especially after what we did last season when he locked up Mbappe at left wing. Yeah, I'm probably gonna. I think they're gonna start Connor Bradley. It's gonna
You got
probably
any
do well
other?
against Eze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got
One
anything
more
else
thing.
from La Liga?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, probably just Rayo and Barca. I'm gonna go with. I think this is the game Barca dropped points. So I'm gonna say probably Rayo and Barca 1-1. I think this would be a tough one. I think 1-1. Draws. I see draws this weekend. I see a lot of draws this weekend.
Yeah. Is it at Rayo Vallecano?
Yes, it will be a Rayo. So that's gonna be a tough one. Then for Madrid, and then Atletico, they play against Alaves, but I'm not gonna do that. Girona versus Sevilla. Again, once the weeks goes on, we're match day 6 or 7, we're gonna start seeing like those matches. We're like, ooh, like this is gonna be a good one, you know.
Right.
So we're still early into the year to really tell who is that big dog in La Liga, who's the one right after. Obviously, the big dogs are Madrid and Barca, and Atletico as well. But like, who are the ones after that are gonna be competing for that 4th and 5th spot? But there hasn't been that signs yet. Maybe Sevilla. I heard good stuff about them. But Madrid versus Mallorca. I know Friday's my birthday, so it's my birthday weekend.
Yes, sir.
So I hate Mallorca. You know, there's teams that we hate in the Madrid fan base. Obviously, Barca's number 1 because it's a rival. Number 2 is probably Atletico for everything they've done with us in the league. And then probably 3rd is Valencia. But the toss-up between Valencia is with Mallorca. I mean, this team, oh, my God. If you ask any Madrid what, they hate Mallorca. We hate Mallorca. And it's at the Bernabeu, too, so it's like, God, Pablo Maffeo, Raiola, Muriqi, Darder.
I'm still calling a 3-1 Madrid win.
I'd see a 3-1 Madrid win as well, but don't ruin my birthday week. Mallorca, please don't do it. Don't do it. Don't ruin my birthday weekend because tomorrow is going to be a busy day. And then Saturday, I want to relax and stuff. And I'm going to go 3-1. Mbappe gets another. Vinny gets a goal. And we'll say Fede scores his first goal of the year as well.
Ooh, okay.
And I would not be surprised if one of Mallorca's midfielders, that's Darder, or, I'll screw it. Either Muriqi or Pablo Maffeo scores goal. No. I hate Pablo Maffeo. I'm sorry. I'm anti Pablo Maffeo. I think he's one of the. If I had the opportunity to interview him, I would reject it immediately. I do not like that guy.
Damn. I guess I need to look into the lore behind this guy then.
Yeah, you need to look. He's pretty much anti-Vinny, anti-Madrid. I know a lot of people say it because he's Argentinian. That's just not. I don't hate him for that reason. That's just not true. I just think he's a scumbag. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. That's all I got to say. But, yeah, I'm excited for the weekend. Hopefully United do well. If not, my prediction still stands that the season's over. But I think they'll get a result.
I'm going to wake up at 7 a.m. for that game.
Good luck. I pray for you. Send your prayers out to any United fans in the West Coast or wherever they are. That's where they have to wake up early or stay up late.
They got my blessings.
I pray for you. Hopefully Madrid win as well. And I can't wait for UCL to start. We need those weekday matchups. I can't wait. Just so we have more things to talk about. And obviously transfer windows coming up. Or coming to a close. So we also got that to talk about later on, maybe next week. And yeah, I think that's all I got for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check out episodes 1, 2, and 3. They're out right now on YouTube and on Spotify and on Apple. So tune in. Hopefully we get more reels out there. If you didn't want to listen to us talk for like an hour, that's fair enough for me. It's fair enough. You just listen to our reels. Check out the Lamine one, and hopefully there's any more ones. Check out the ones with Kobe Gaines, and we're hoping to get new guests out here. We got some big stuff planned, so I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Aritra, and have a good weekend, all right?
Yep. Peace.
Thank you.